Hey there, team, and welcome to Gundabad. Now, this is a nice little 4v4 from a wee while ago now. This one, made a joke about the last time. This one was the battle that was uploaded on Umad's channel, so that'll be linked in the description. But it was some time ago, so hopefully some of you have forgotten. I certainly have. This is actually from Eclipse's point of view. I crashed out right at the very end of this battle, so Eclipse was nice enough to send me over his one. Does unfortunately mean that we won't have my kills at the end, but I'm sure we can all just understand my kills will be monumental either way. Playing as the Goblins of the Misty Mountains, I usually like them in a siege attack, but they have got a lot of tricks and vile pieces of equipment that can make a siege defense quite effective as well. But backed up by two Angmar armies, we certainly have the heavy duty forces to make up for what we lack. And we have the numbers and, as I say, these crossbows to do some good damage at range as well. We've got Buzzard up here as our front line. He's got himself a little ballista, some pikes there. Angmar halberds, I think everything, yeah, nice. Oh no, actually, these guys do not have the armor upgrade, so they are that sort of brownish tone. Behind them, some Angmar halberdiers to get through that sturdy dwarven armor. Some trolls, of course, trolls of Gundabad and trolls of Angmar. Some scourge raiders, they have the armor upgrade, and even the Blackwatch Legion have not been bestowed the armor, but their heavy maces in good mass will keep the dwarves in check. The Blackguard, the Witcher Blackguard, mixed in with some Guardians of Karn Doom, a lot of morale buffing ability, and again, just solid man-at-arms strength. Inquisitors there and skirmishers, and that seems to be it. I would see his units if they were hidden in these forests. They would pop up over my cursor, or underneath my cursor. We've been graced with the presence of WK today. He's got his heavy gobble crossbows in front of them, some black Uruks of the mountain, some halberdiers, fearmongers, mountain Uruk host, and some heavy gobble spears. Again, AP spears, not just being sort of pretty solid, very, very good for this confrontation. Some mountain Uruk host, some halberdiers, again, very slow, but good to have them. Some snow trolls, certainly not slow, some of the fastest off the trolls. And some, oh, we have actually started. Let's go to 0.5. I think we should be all right with that. Dwarves have a good way to go, and unlike the last time, we're not ambushing them here. Further up, some Goblin King bodyguard from WK. Coming on inside, I've got my Drake broodlings, moving just about everything outside. I have a mangonel today, which should be fun with my my history with artillery pieces. Some Goblin King bodyguard, halberdiers again. Berserkers, and a mixture of halberdiers and heavy gobble infantry. I don't have Mountain Uruk host in my forces, but I do have these Mountain Uruk archers. It's quite a nice little unit to bring to bear today, and some cave trolls. I've got 2 units of cave trolls to come smashing down on top of some dwarves. And lastly, Eclipse has some Blackwatch Legion, some Blackguard, a lot of Orc Fellers there, pikes, Barrow-wights, more pikes, Gundabad Guard, Angmar halberds, and some Scourge Raiders. So I think generally WK has the more infantry like skill, going toe to toe with individuals that way, whereas I've got the more of mass numbers and range components. Our dwarves today will have some Ironfoot spears up front. This is Bogdan leading the way gloriously. A lot of these sturdy dwarves with their shields will take a good bit of fire before they go down. He's unleashing some damage with his catapult. The attackers felt it was a good idea to try and just get that ammunition used early, because it's quite possible that WK can rush on in and grab that catapult. The attackers today aren't able to deploy during the deployment phase. They just had to take what they were given with where their troops were positioned. Down here, some Highborns of Erebor from Bogdan, Dragon Slayers, and more Dragon Slayers. Holy smokes. A lot of AP and a lot of sturdy armor. Obsidian Guard there, Axe Guard and Axe Guard. I'll just sort of scan down these forces. Most of them are quite similar, I believe, but more looking just for the players. Mr. Sneakman is backing up Bogdan, rushing to his aid. Froggy, a bit of a gap between the two of them. He's got a lot of troops that are going to be moving on in. Axe Throwers, Axe Guard, and the like. And at the very back, we have Tundrous Fox. Going to probably be the final army to reach the field, unless he does want to run his little stunty legs. But he seems to be bringing... That's a lot of Ironfoot warriors and spears there. Not as many elites as his allies do, but he does have some Erebor legionnaires who can, yeah, they can certainly go toe-to-toe with most of our solid core. And then some highborns and halberdiers in the back. Looks like he's moving up into the forest just to give it a final check over to make sure we don't have anything hidden in it. But it will get underway now. So, as I say, there should be, well, actually today there'll just be one link in the description or one timestamp in the description for when the actual battle begins. Because that catapult opened up right away. WK is moving up, trying to shut them down in a bit of a tighter spot. That's generally a good idea as a defender, especially because we've got more reinforcements coming on in behind him. But when you've got the dwarven quality that you're going to be going toe-to-toe with, sometimes you want a larger battlefield so you can use your numbers as an orc. But it definitely makes sense to do this right now because WK is kind of by himself for at least another few minutes. Yeah, you can see we've not even started coming through that gateway yet. Yeah, we got Eclipse. He's, yeah, no rush for Eclipse. No, some of these troops are running. You can see them in the back, but most of them are walking there. Plan was, I was going to be moving to the left. Eclipse was going to move to the right, so that we had an Angmar and Gobbo on one side and an Angmar and Gobbo on the other, just so that they couldn't rely on one strength, of course. WK setting up there is a little bit out of his range, but as I say, when we start to fall back a bit, these crossbows will be able to open up and wreak some havoc there. 57,000 frame battle, so really is quite a long one, but I do have a nice big jug of water to my side, so I'll be occasionally pausing. No wine, as I did with my last Gundabad battle, but yeah, this'll make do. It's a bit early for that, even on a day off. I try not to go for it before midday. There have been some rough times though. Oh, coaster stuck to the bottom of my glass there, so it dropped down mid-swig. But I've got another coaster to place it on. Halberdiers are moving on forward, but no shields in front of these halberds. Looks like WK doesn't have any range units to counter that. Even though they're in this spread out formation, I would be really tempted to send some crossbows their way, just because of that lack of a shield. But if the halberds are able to actually make contact with the heavy goblin spears, that would be a really nasty fight. And okay, backed up by some Ironfoot warriors now, they do need to run on forward. If I was Bogdan, I would maybe just slow the approach of those halberdiers for a second, just so that the shields of the Ironfoots were in the front. But yeah, WK just doesn't have any range units out front. As I say, his force is much more melee oriented, whereas mine is, I do have a few more crossbows than him. So he doesn't really have, he's got to be a bit more careful with his crossbows, whereas I could be a little bit wild. This ballista here from Buzzard, waiting for a bit more of a gathering from the dwarves. Don't really want to fire into them while they're mixed about, and definitely don't want to fire into them now with the heavy goblin spears about to make contact, which we have right now. No, almost. It's quite interesting. The defenders have decided to go for a little rush here. But it's quite it's a good idea, I suppose, because right now we are just fighting Bogdan, which with WK's sort of defender army, he should have, you know, we are of course orcs and Uruks. We're not really going to be able to go toe to toe with the dwarves, but these are the great defenders of Gundabad. So we have quite a lot of melee upgrades, armor upgrades, and even experience upgrades on some of our units. So that's why a few of these trades will be going in our favor, when, you know, in a normal field battle or a normal siege, they most certainly wouldn't. This is, of course, an Eclipse scenario that is being played out here. But even with that, the poor Mountain Hurric host are getting eviscerated. I suspect that's largely down to the Ironfoot halberds and their AP just crunching on through them. But the Fearmonger is getting in there untouched by range fire. That'll be a different story entirely. Those Ironfoot halberds are good, not quite good enough to go for the toe-to-toe with the Fearmongers. A few crossbow volleys hitting them though. No contact on the left side at this time. Still just waiting our... Well, they're just going to be crossing the river right now. A few little frame stutters, but that's just... I'm afraid that's just what we're going to be getting from a snowy map with all of these units. Turned off shadows just to try and give myself the best opportunity, but we're going to be having a few little frame stutters. At least until a few of these units die out. Snow Trolls jumping on in there, which... I mean, snow trolls don't actually have that much armor. I was going to say it's usually a good idea to throw your trolls into a fight against spears or something like that, where you don't have to worry about armor piercing, but the snow trolls don't have all that much, unlike the, you know, of course, the fearsome Olokai and the like. But those snow trolls really getting smashed down. Ironfoot spears really sort of picking through them without too much bother, but has given WK a bit of an advantage there for now. Mr. Sneakman arriving here. Bogdan taking a good few casualties. 4-3, which when we're relying on our melee units to do the job here, that's not a bad thing for us to take those early casualties. Usually as a defender, as I say, early on you want to be maybe even 10% ahead, usually, but that's because we've not really used much of our ranged power. So it's not too bad. Not as bad as it normally would be. Fearmongerers there trying to keep this attack in check and providing their morale bonus across the line is very useful too, especially because unfortunately troll drummers right now are broken for our boys, so we need to try and get morale buffers wherever we can get them. Axes getting yeeted in by the Scourge raiders there don't really... I mean, if you could get a back shot onto the Ironfoot warriors, I would probably take that, which seems like we're sort of getting that, but I think it's going into this tightly packed unit of Ironfoot spears, so that's unfortunately hitting their left side. Yeah, it does look like it, but it's going to be causing some good damage early on, and I'm trying to keep these heavy goblin spears in the fight a bit longer. Now Eclipse is fully in the fight. Another unit of snow trolls from WK getting rushed on into the left flank. It's okay, good. Pikes, usually quite a nice target for them, but again, snow trolls lacking that armor is gonna, you know, they're gonna take damage regardless. The likes of cave trolls and snow trolls are much more of a sort of fire and forget type of attack, whereas the heavily armored trolls of Angmar, Mordor, and Isengard they can take a bit of a beating. You can usually throw them in, fix the situation, and bring them back out. Our lighter armored trolls are very fragile, but much more just sort of glass cannon, do a bunch of damage, and then hopefully the situation's gone in your favor. But we have pulled back now, and it's quite a nice orderly, I'd like to say that, it's quite a nice orderly retreat from Eclipse. Just, yeah, come in, do a bit of damage there, but now that we've all gathered up, we no longer really need to hold that tight choke point. We can fall back. And that's going okay, as long as these guys don't break, which they've not. Some Halberdier decided to get stuck in there, way ahead of the rest of this unit, because of course they're all quite nice and slow. So the captain, the banner carrier, everybody just trying to hold back the tide of dwarves. Very heroic. I wonder where the rest of their unit is. I've got some of my archers set up over here on the left. As I say, I'll be primarily focusing on the left side. Oh, sorry, on the right. That's where my archers are. I'm going to be focusing on the left. I've got my archers set up here just because there's not really any targets for me to look at on the left right now. So I want to be able to react to anything that may occur. And of course, our Angmar and friends don't really have much in the ranged, you know, category anyway. Those Scourge Raiders can rip people apart, without a doubt, but no. Not enough of them, and you don't want to rely on throwing units. So Buzzard has decided to set up here. Of course, relying on Angmar's higher quality units, we can go for these tight choke points and probably go toe-to-toe with the Dwarves a bit. But I would like to get my units out front, just because my Goblins are more numerous. I can take damage far more efficiently than Angmar. So I want to get my guys set up. We're going to be going toe-to-toe with Froggy by the looks of things. And backed up by Tundra's Fox, yeah. So Tundra's Fox and Froggy are coming down this way, whereas Bogdan and Mr. Sneakman have been yeeting their way up the left side. But I'm sure Froggy and Tundra's will be sending a few units this way, because Bogdan has taken a lot of casualties. Being the front army here, you're always going to be the one that takes those early beatings. I think Ironfoot Pikes, I'm starting to shoot them now, right? Oh, I'm shooting something. Turning my focus toward the Dwarven lines. A few shots coming up, but most of them getting an okay arc. And yeah, I'm going right into those Ironfoot Pikes. I certainly don't regret that target. Not as accurate as I would have liked, A lot of those shots missing, but I think, yeah, shooting those pikes even in the face is a worthy cause for me. If we can just destroy their ability to outrange us with their pikes, so that WK's halberds can sort of stand their ground a lot more efficiently, that's something I'm all for. And I'm inflicting some good casualties there. Down to 71. Okay, cool. Not as inaccurate as I was thinking, archers. Good stuff. But yeah, Bogdan really immediately sort of down to a few scraps here, and it's going to be Mr. Sneakman who sends in the bulk of the forces for the second attack. Bogdan does have some reserves here and there. Want to keep those axe guard a bit safer, no doubt. And I've got my mangonel set up. Now, I don't really know. Okay, I was going to say I don't know if I've got a target, but it kind of looked like I was turning to fire. Maybe. Boys. No, the mangonel, incredibly inaccurate, but that's what you want from your gobos. Devastating when it does land one of those perfect hits. But those hits might be, they might be 1 or 2 in a game from this monstrous piece. It is a massive model, so it can take a good bit of fire away from sort of my men if they do decide to just open at me with crossbows or archers. Switching now, trying to send my barrel off toward. Yeah, I see. This is one of these situations that even though they're all spread out, there's so many units contained in one area. I was more than happy to just try and give them a volley. Just see what we can do. Or I was maybe going for these axe throwers. I don't know, shifting about a little bit. Here's the connection. Still not happened. Bogdan kind of stepped up there, looked at them in the eyes, and then we've fallen back. Both of us actually seem to have fallen back. Boys, I guess my Bagadel crew weren't too happy about our fellow goblins falling back, so we decided to send a barrel their way, and the other one is faltered somewhere over there, I think. So okay, 2 barrels down. At least it's not friendly fire. That's about as much as I can hope for. But yeah, really tightly packed units here. You know, I might end up going for that. If I was the ballista, yeah, I think that's what the ballista's going for. I think I would want to rip right through these ironfoot spears, because you should have the accuracy to do that. They're in shield wall. I'm not saying use up much ammunition, but if you can just get one good shot, you could probably take out, like, what, 35 ironfoot spears with one well-placed ballista bolt. Instead, let's go for the axe throwers back there, who are spread out is the thing, and you're just not going to inflict as many casualties there. I don't know, sometimes yeah, he's spread them now. Bogdan's seen that, and he has sort of spread them out. So this is no longer as tempting a target as it once was. I'd still be, you know, maybe. If you fire it into this unit, you might get a nice sort of carve right through. Perhaps I'm being a bit too optimistic. But yeah, and I'm shooting right into those pikes again with my archers. So yeah, happy enough with that again. If I can just do some damage. But they're kind of wanting to just wait it out until Froggy and Tundris are ready on the other side. Guardians standing up there. I've got my heavy goblin archers. I've got a lot of archers, a lot of crossbows. As I say, I was very, very ranged focused in my forces. Firing into their crossbows in spread out formation. Probably regret that a little bit, in all honesty. Yes, I want to kill their crossbows, but it's very unlikely that I'm going to kill them all. So it's one of these situations where, is it just a waste of ammunition? Should I just save it for something else? Because Froggy's going to use up all of his ammo whether I like it or not. Unless I get in there with my Drake Broodlings and chase them off or something like that, it's maybe just a waste of shots. And Froggy is definitely not wasting his shots right into the face of those Witch Realm pikes. Certainly a unit that we require. And we've actually moved out to meet them, which is maybe not the best idea. I'm trying to sort of get my heavy gobble infantry up in front of Buzzard's units, just to see if I can take that damage for him. But we should have maybe considered just falling back away from the crossbow fire instead of lurching out against them. Yeah, I'm moving up. I actually engage him here a little bit, but again, that was just me trying to stay in front of the Uruks, trying to use my gobble manpower to take the damage instead of them, not really wanting to engage them. It looks like Buzzard is a bit over here. While we're being aggressive on that side, looks like the Dwarves are being pretty aggressive here. Goodness me, didn't actually spot what happened here. Goodness, I think this looks like axe thrower damage a lot of damage in a very tight spot. Poor boys. A few of these trolls of Angmar just waiting up there to backstab somebody. Yeah, Mr. Sneakman really engaging. It's tough to see what's going on in amongst the trees. I'm sorry about that, but it's pretty cool to see. Ironfoot spears there. Oh, Goblin King Bodyguard mixed in with Black Uruks off the mountains. That's not something that those spears are going to be able to compete with. And halberds on the left side. Yeah, so this where we're actually able to use our numbers. You can look at the little mini map and get an idea of what I'm talking about. We've bottled them up, but you know, we're letting them spread out, so they're not really able to focus their full dwarven might on a tighter point. We do need something here though, because they've almost busted this. One nasty rout and that's it done. These Black Uruks in the mountains actually falling back. I guess they're pulling back from there in order to be slammed into the center of the line. That could be the case. But yeah, now WK's crossbowmen are having a damn good time, especially if they can get some shots onto the right side of the enemy forces there. Sorry, hopefully that didn't come through. I accidentally tripped over my my jug I was talking about there. Didn't knock it over. It's fine. It's got a lid. But yeah, so if he can get into the right side or the backs of these forces, just kind of deny them that shield value. This is a very mixed up little formation of these Ironfoot warriors, so I couldn't really say whether we're hitting a shield or a back. Each individual model, though, it'll rely on just what you hit with him personally. Doesn't matter about the whole unit. Mangonel opening up. Froggy's got some tightly packed units here. So I'd be happy enough with anything. As I say, a dead dwarf is a dead dwarf. It's not so much the same as when you're fighting up against elves. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it? Quite a lot of dead crossbows there. I was aiming for the axe guard, though. If I can kill off those axe guard, that's perfect. The Ironfoot crossbows, though, I'm kind of more than happy to kill off a few of them, just because, in comparison to most of my general units, an Ironfoot crossbowman in melee is quite fearsome, so I kind of want them dead. A few of these guys running through the fire, that's going to cause them a bit of damage, but they're pretty sturdy fighters, so they're not going to mind too much. Sending in some more barrels, let's see if I hit my mark. Nope. And that second one was a bit better, but again, I'm going for the axe guard, and I'm not quite getting them. Froggy's crossbowman moving up, right next to the river. What we firing at? Oh, beautiful. It's such a nice map. I'll maybe... something like that could be a good shout. Just in case I don't end up getting something else. Oh, beautiful dwarves. I love the shields. I love the shields. But still, hammering on in. I think, yeah, if he is getting to the front of those pikes, that's a damn shame. Archers being pulled back. Do I have anything? Yeah, I need to get my heavy goblin infantry up in front of Buzzard's pikes, but we've got a lot of artillery hammering down into Froggy. 17 for 20, so we are starting to pull ahead, but we've, you know, that's really because we've been using a lot of our ammunition now. So, yeah, you would expect it. WK is actually lashing out with a quick little charge against Mr. Sneakman. Bogged down again, pretty low on troops, can't send too much on forward there. So it's sort of as a 1v2 scenario here now. Until, and even I've got some troops over here to back them up. So this is not a fun engagement for Mr. Sneakman. As he tries to barrel on through. And again, good use of those Goblin King Bodyguard. They're not as good as many other sort of these elites, of these bodyguards. They very much are just there to protect your general. But if you can just get them a nice grindy fight like this up against, you know, mid or even low tier units, they can do some good work. As soon as an elite goes toe to toe with them, though, they're busted. Damn, speaking about busted, this front line is kind of faltering. Eclipse is sending in some halberds though to block it up. So they should be happy enough with that. Axe Guard, more and more troops. Bogdan, and yeah, good. We do have some troops from Tundris. We definitely do need something like that. It's not much though. Tundris has just sent forward, by the looks of it, some Ironfoot halberds and some of those Axe Guard over to the right there. Bogdan's still got his catapult active though. He's not wanting to do some counter battery fire because if he moved a little bit closer, that ballista is going to rip him apart. Right on in there. Yet, luckily, no friendly fire. Just straight into the Guardians of Carndum. And once again, wow, another damn good shot and a massive break for our lines. I think there was a little bit of friendly fire from that last shot, but with those two you know, 2 damn good ones and a big break, these 190 heavy goblin infantry, they will come back, but they're going to come back a bit tired, and it just takes them off the front line. All of these Uruks are not fighting next to their little gobble helpers anymore. They've just got to go toe-to-toe with these guys by themselves. Good shot there from something. Couldn't exactly say, and yeah, that's some nice friendly fire. That's what we want to see, definitely. Archers there, what we going for? Just hammering into something, just trying to blunt this attack as best I can. Those pikes would be a nice target. Anything unshielded, I generally like. Unshielded and tightly packed, perfect. Just unshielded, I can roll with it. I'll probably take that target. But it's a much thinner line now, so I maybe wouldn't take the shot with my catapult unless Froggy was begging. Oh. He's got one. He's got one. It looks like the ballista. Yeah. That's a shame. Ballistas are just artillery hunters. They really are. So that is that catapult wiped out, which definitely is going to give us a good breather. But he used up a good bit of its ammo. I'd be surprised if he used up half though. In all honesty, I think they still had most of it left. The nice armored up pikes, still trying to hold the line. What are we at here? 34 for 37. So we are still ahead. Which, as I say, that's what you want. As a defender, you always do want to be a little bit ahead. But are we enough? Those Axe Guard actually getting a good charge into the Blackwatch Legion, who had perhaps overextended a bit. In a normal sort of extended fight, the Blackwatch Legion would you know, do not too bad. It's 2 AP units cracking into each other. One, of course, doing a good bit more damage. But still, solid fighters. And but with that little charge, that was definitely not fun for the Blackwatch Legion. And things are starting to get a little bit shaky over here. Mr. Sneakman's resilience, backed up by Bogdan's reserves coming on in, might have been just enough. WK still fighting on the front line. This might not be his general. I'm pretty sure we had 2 units of Goblin King Bodyguard. So he might be a bit more willing to lose it. The unit of Goblin King Bodyguard does provide a morale buffing effect anyway. So it's nice to just send them on in, even without a general. Mountain Uruk Berserkers there, still busting on through. Again, great dwarf killers. Especially up against sort of an AP unit, because they don't really wear much armor themselves. Locked morale, pretty fanatic boys from the mountains that we've convinced to come on down for whatever reason. Mangonel, I hate when my artillery is like this. It always scares me. I think I'm going to get a friendly... Well, I think I'm going to blast my own artillery piece. But luckily I've been able to avoid that. Still just primarily relying on Buzzard's forces. But I've got my own Goblin King Bodyguard up there fighting. But unlike WK on the flank, who really had his Goblin King Bodyguard in a nice, sheltered position, surrounded by friendly units, outside of... Oh, crap. That was WK's general. Good heroic boy there. Nice. Unlike on WK's side, with his general, obviously, maybe it was just me that had 2 units of Goblin King Bodyguard. But, yeah, I'm getting shot to pieces by crossbows. That's the long and short of it. Luckily, Tundris is coming up here to shield me from crossbow fire, so that'll be alright. But I'm pretty badly bloodied up anyway. Still 62 of them, though, so I should be able to kill at least man for man with these Ironfoot warriors, as long as I can keep them supported. Pulling back some Gobble Spears. Why am I guess I'm doing that just because this is quite a thin part of the enemy line and I'm wanting to move them around elsewhere. WK's actually aided us a bit with his crossbows. As usual, when we're in one of these Eclipse fights, we're all in voice together, so you can get some good coordinated stuff, and you can also get some good back chat with the enemy forces. Lovely stuff here from Buzzard. That is beautiful. A few of those axes going into the hills, but yeah, if you can get an axe in the back of these guys, amazing. And Ironfoot crossbows, as I say, we're not going to stop them from using up all of their ammunition, but what was that? Sorry, did I... No, it was just this. I saw this little graphics thing, and I thought that was a bunch of axes that had just slammed themselves into a tree. Now, this is where I start to goof up a bit. I sent forward a... Oh, shoot! Yeah, cool stuff. Cooler stuff than what I was about to talk about. We actually lashed out with our Warg Skirms, with my Drake Broodlings, and the Witchrealm Inquisitors lashed on out there. Just do some good damage as our lines are crumbling. This is really when your cavalry can be very effective, because the enemy lines, they've just busted through you, so they're probably going to be a bit disorganized, so you can come in with these quick charges, and I think this is actually us pulling back after the damage is done. So hey, if you want to see that charge properly, you can watch it on Umad's channel, because he noticed it. Obviously I didn't. Something he noticed as well, which I will apologize to, who was it? Sorry, it was those Witch Realm Inquisitors. I'm pretty sure it's Buzzard's forces. I was bullying his Witch Realm Inquisitors with my Drake Broodlings. I was like shunting them around because I've got so much higher mass than him. Oh, it's these guys. Oh, it's Buzzards. Oh, damn, the last two of them. Because it's, you know, I'm so much higher mass than his little horses. So when I moved through, I was shunting his horses around, and I was actually managing to push them into the likes of Tundra's halberds and everything. So I just didn't notice it, but God, I'm sorry about that. But this is our retreat now, trying to pull back the mangonel. Leaving behind some heavy gobble crossbows, out of ammunition. If they can buy us a few seconds, that's maybe all that counts. Some berserkers there again, locked morale, so they're gonna fight to the very end no matter what they're fighting. We really just want to buy time here now. My archers out of ammunition, just being pulled back. They were actually fighting on the front line in melee too. But yeah, we had a lot more that we were ready to throw into that front line, but we've done some good damage here. And things were starting to fall apart, so we want to get the hell out. Buzzard's going to try his best to get his troops out there. Again, WK being pretty heroic with these crossbow fighters. Just trying to hold the line for us. Axe Guard there. Scourge Raiders on the left. Buzzard's got some troops out of ammunition, just trying to fight it out. A few of us. My crossbows out of ammunition. Really just, it seems to be the ranged units that are performing this rear guard action. Not really going to inflict many casualties, and this is where the percentages are going to be slamming toward their side. But got to keep in mind, a lot of those kills they're getting are the out of ammunition ranged forces that we have, which not super worth it. So even though the percentages are going to get pretty dicey soon, it might not be the be all and end all. I've got my cave trolls pulling on back. Eclipse is sitting up here with some reserves, getting ready to hold this tighter choke point. I was going to be backing him up, but we were deciding no. Eclipse was more than happy. He felt he had a good bit of good few troops there, and he was going to be able to hold that by himself. So I'll be moving all the way past him. Still leaving my crossbows there. This is one of these situations that even though their job is done, they've let the people get away from them. If I try and pull them out, they're going to break. So I might as well just leave them in there. Even if they can inflict maybe a casualty or two, or just tire out the enemy, that might be enough. But this is going to be the last act off them as these axe throwers get a side attack. Oh, no, they didn't break. Good stuff, boys. I'm sure they will shortly, though. No, back to shaking. Back to shaking. Nice. Crossbows there set up. Scourge Raiders from Blizzard trying to fall back. They've managed to catch our ballista. Yeah, that ain't getting out of there. We're not going to be able to... Yeah, we've got nothing. Unless I sent out my Drake Broodlings to batter them out. But even then, Dwarves all over the middle ranks now. Orc Fellers there from Eclipse getting caught. And we have taken... Oh, Angmar Halberds. And a few of my Gobo Infantry too now. I think I was thinking about trying to make sure that the boys got... Because I've got, you know... They're not super duper important. If something's going to die out here, I wanted them to be at the very back. 57 for 52. So yeah, percentage-wise, got a little bit dicey there. But it's not the end of the world. Inflicted about half enemy casualties on them. But we've used up a lot of ammo to do it, but we've taken a lot of their ammunition as well. And now, we can rely on the exceptional defensive position that Gundabad provides for us. Still got a lot of our trolls as well. I've not lost a single troll. Berserkers, Blackback Mountain Berserkers as well. They're born and bred troll killers. Absolutely amazing for it. Skirms there. Please tell me you're... No. I think they're all, maybe. I actually don't, because they've got that little javelin in their hand, but they've all got their melee weapon there. So I think... I don't know if they've got ammunition or not. I'd be surprised if they did, though. Those little javelins could be very, very useful. I got the mangonel. It's not got much ammunition, though. We've got our barrel whites, too. That's why the balance of power is so much in our favour. Just because we have these 2 units of barrel whites. And the game just loves barrel whites. It's still, you know, they're going to do some damn good work. That's 2 units of like 230. You know, really beefy units, all 2 hit points. Oh, no, sorry, not 2 hit points. All very, you know, like 5 hit points, something like that. They're really, really tanky. So it's going to be tricky for the dwarves to break through them, and they do actually rack up a good few kills in these extended fights, especially when you give them a melee upgrade. If you don't give them a melee upgrade, you're being a bit silly. It doubles their melee attack. Certainly worth it. These ballistic crew actually holding out quite nicely. Of course, Froggy could be killing them a bit faster. I'm just going to 2 times speed now because we're entering the sort of the movement phase of the battle. I don't think I'll do a cut. I don't really like to cut during fights. I do like, especially fights I was in, that I can sort of talk about what we're doing and everything, and what we're planning, what we're thinking. And it does give us a good chance to examine the armies. But as I always say, please, you know, just skip forward in my video if there's ever a moment that you're just not really too interested in. Just press that right arrow, it'll skip forward like, what, 5-10 seconds. Just press it a few times. Or also, watch my videos in 2 times speed. As I say, that's how I watch content on YouTube. It just means that I can watch more. I can, yeah. There's no reason not to. Especially when you've got somebody that speaks a little bit slower like me. Druid Broodlings, though, I'm about to bully Bogdan. Why not? Just nom. Yeah, and I'd say if I did a skip, I'd miss these beautiful little moments. Yeah, Bogdan maybe getting a little bit too confident there. Because he's taken the most of these losses so far, I think that the boys decided Bogdan will just... He's going to threaten them on the gate. And that's fine and dandy, but I don't think they really expected me to be as bold with my Drake Broodlings. I don't really want to do it now with their spears in play, but yeah, if I could just eat a few Ironfoot crossbows, which, yeah, I did, I'll be more than happy to do that. A few of these guys, I like to think that they're routing back and forth here. Whenever they sort of try to route into our lines, we shunt them back. It's like, no, you're a coward. You're not allowed to come inside and defend. And then they run back to the dwarves and they realize, oh god, yeah, they're not going to let me run away. Froggy's got a nice... Oh god, have I got a mangonel somewhere? If I had my mangonel like there... Oh. Now, of course, Froggy wouldn't move like that if he knew there was artillery support ready to punish him. But it really is Tundris and Froggy. They've got the healthier armies. Buzzard and I, we could have fought it out a bit longer on our side, but we definitely made some big mistakes. Whereas Eclipse and WK on the other, they were a well-drilled machine that inflicted a lot of good casualties. So there's a lot more dwarves over here than we're going to be having to deal with on the western side. Or sorry. Let me just get my bearings. On the eastern... No, that's looking north. That is, yeah. Because we're approaching from the south of Gundabad, so that's looking north, yeah. Nice. Never eat shredded wheat, boys. So... Scourge Raiders being sent in there to go toe-to-toe with the Ironfoot Warriors. Good bit of damage from the Scourge Raiders. They should have that fight pretty comfortably. And a few axes are being thrown their way from Froggy. I mean, if you can guarantee the hit... Sure, save a few of your lives, but holy smokes, the Scourge Raiders are doing quite nicely. Just cutting through those guys. Fair enough. Do I still have my my reinforcements? So, skirmishers. Actually not a bad idea. If they can get a good close range charge, they might be able to run some people down quite well. More skirmishers coming in from Buzzard. I've got my archers there. Yeah, this was still, I sent some troops down to back up Eclipse, but I will send them home later. Those cave trolls, very fast. So I don't have to worry too much about them. I'm just going to leave them there for now. But if I do end up running to run them somewhere else, they can get there. Bogdan and Tundris has a few troops there too. Wow, Bogdan's actually pushing on in. Good at 1 time speed. See, I didn't think there was this much action at this point in the battle. I thought it was more of just a movement thing. But no, the boys are not letting up. So Buzzard Scourge Raiders not doing as well as Eclipse's Scourge. Sorry about this, guys. There we go. Oh, is there a nice... No, I think we're just going to have to look at it from the inside and just see what we can do. Yeah, not doing as well as Eclipse's Scourge Raiders are on the other side. Those Ironfoot spears really doing some good damage. Halberds could maybe be moved forward at that point. I've got my Mountain Uruk archers there to tire people down. Yeah, I'd move the halberds in. There's no... I don't really see any reason not to. One of the reasons we didn't want to sort of rush into this was... Maybe I'm getting confused with the... I think I'm getting confused with the other battle. No. There were some Blackwatch, or Blacklock engineers that were lurking and they were going to rip through us if we tried to push too hard. Up on this left side, yeah, holy smokes, there's fighting going on everywhere. I thought we calmed down for a bit. We certainly did not. So yeah, just breaking through them there. Gundabad Guard, though, this is a sturdy defense. With the Blackwatch Legion there and the Berserkers. This is not something these poor, tired dwarves will say. This is Mr. Steepman's forces. They've been fighting for a long, long time now, backed up by a few of Bogdan's forces. Again, combat from the very start of this fight. They'll struggle. Backed up by a few Obsidian Guard there, but they're tired. And they're up against, and they're outnumbered by Blackguard, which is never a fun spot for anybody. Berserkers on the left there. So going to be getting stabbed up by halberds. Again, we need some elite units from the dwarves, and we are sort of getting it. Blacklock Engineers moving up, see if they can get a target. Highborns of Erebor, and the Dragon Slayers from Bogdan. So once all of that arrives, it might be it's going to be a lot more tricky. As I say, we're wearing down our elite units with this defense. So that's not... I do love to use elite units quite nice and early. I like to use them often. But when the enemy are saving their elites and then they can send them on in to crush you, it's a bit rough. Oh, there are highborns in there too, mixed in with some of these legionnaires and axe throwers. Oh, I wonder if we've got a general lurking around somewhere. Might have already perished at some point though. Let's see. Oh, those are Mr. Steepman's. Yeah, no, he's already lost his general. So yeah, the Berserkers are going to be enjoying that for sure. Let's have a quick look down here. There's still more combat. I'm going to zoom on in. This, of course, is not really a significant attack from Bogdan, but now that the Blacklock Engineers are far, far away from us, we can really bring our numbers forward, try and bust through this, break them down. Let's see, a few of those units broken there. We kind of want to catch those guys. Do I have my dragons? No, I should maybe have my dragons a bit closer so I could run these guys down. Because I'm sort of just letting them escape, and it's very possible that they'll return to the fight. What else is placed here? Some legionnaires, some crossbows without crossbows, and some halberds from Tundris. So Tundris is really just guarding this area to stop us from pushing through at this point. The main gate is not where the attackers hope to break through. They're going to be coming through at the flanks. But the hope is that we can just keep them so disjointed. Like over on the left approach, they're actually almost inside of the Citadel. Whereas here, Froggy's still just trying to bust his way through this valley. And it's, or this ridge, I should say. And he's got a long, long walk. So it doesn't really matter if you break through there, if we've still got half your army held back all the way over there. Unless you're willing to remain in place for some time, then it's gonna be difficult. We can sort of focus a good bit more attention. Oh, come on, almost. No. Let's say, oh, beautiful. I'll take a second. Really is a gorgeous map. Absolutely blown away by it. I love these. I do adore these sort of little towers up here. You can't access that one, but you can access this one over here. So climb all the way up. If we did want a final fallback point, this could be it. Where you can just survey the battlefield as a whole. It's gorgeous. Trolls of Gundabad moving on up. I've got some Black Uruks in the mountains waiting. We're very spread out. We are sort of all backing up. There's generally areas where somebody's got a focus. But, like as I say, my focus is definitely this main gate. Just trying to make sure that they don't have anything hidden. But I did send forward some troops to engage. Why did I do that? I guess I really just don't want them to have control of this gate. So, because if I can really cleanse everything from it, it just means we can have like a skeleton crew. We can have one unit holding the line here, so that if they do want to break through, that one unit can hopefully hold back whatever comes. And then we can, of course, get some reinforcements in. But Bogdan's just pouring what he has there. I think I'm being really cruel here, and I'm actually getting my crossbows to point-blank fire, though. A little bit mean for sure, but hey, if you're attacking my beautiful fortress, that certainly isn't an important place for the dwarves, then I'm gonna make you pay. I'm gonna make you pay for it. So I can get some halberds dead, because that's really the messy thing. Everything else here, I was pretty sure I could sort of best it in melee, but those halberds were gonna be difficult. Ah, yes, Mr. Steepman does have his Blacklock engineers waiting. So that's why we can't just rush forward and break them down. Over on the left there, still a little bit tricky for the attackers, but the Dragon Slayers arrived. There's Highborns here from Bogdan, and it's that is a general there too from Bogdan. So he's gonna even just get some kills, if nothing else. Eclipse has some pikes to back us up too, but that's it. Everything else is sent into the fight over here. I could send something down from my gate defense, perhaps Buzzard could as well, but that's sort of it. And my trolls would have a long run, but as I say, this is mainly it. Blackguard, sorry, the Blackguards of the Mountain, some Blackback Mountain Berserkers. 2, it's not going to be easy for them to break it down, but that's it. If they do, then we've got nothing else to put in their way. But saying that, they've emptied their reserves as well. And now that we can send these pikes on in, outranging all of their halberds, there are no pikes for them to face. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good indeed. Middle attack. No, some of my routing forces, but I'm sending forward some gobos alongside the Barrow-wides. A few crossbow shots heading on in. I'm about to say, those Blacklocks, very scary. You don't want to rely on your individual troop quality as Misty. You do want to have just a swarm coming in, but the Blacklocks are stopping me from doing that. Still, big unit of heavy Goblin infantry. But he's resisting the urge to fire, which is good. Definitely don't want to fire at that right now. But the real attack coming here on this right side. This is really where the Dwarves have significant numbers. 67 for 66, so we've carried it back. After losing all of our range units, we're doing not too bad. But as I say, relying on the Barrow-wights now. Up against pikes, okay. Ironfoot Warriors, but if there's no AP on the front line, like what you want for Barrow-wights, you really want one of those just AP men-at-arm units. You know, even Mineria as sharpshooters type thing, a little mace just cracking on through. Very slowly, but very efficiently. Whereas these Ironfoot Warriors lacking that AP, they'll take a bit of damage and they'll take a good while to get through the Barrow-wights. Let's see, that's all we're doing right now, buying time. And unlike the ghouls of Angmar, speaking of ghouls of Angmar, good burn right into the Legionnaires. Amazing unit, really nice locked morale, so we can burn some of them down now. That is super. Sparked Froggy into action, because those Witchers were quite sneaky. We did not see them coming in with another shot. If we can get it. Oh, if we can get it. They've been shot up. Quite bloodied from those crossbows. Trying to return fire. Oh, right into the pikes. Super. Yeah, not a lot of cover here. Not a lot. Yeah, everybody's sort of cluttered up right behind that. So these pikes from Tundris stepped on up. And we shot them back. Keeps them a little bit further away from the front line. So it looks like it was just one quick shot from Eclipse. And then he's pulling his Witchers back. Perhaps that was all he was really wanting from this ridge line. Now he's going to get out. I've got my Mountain Uruk archers here. This is really, it's not a bad target for me. Actually, let's see what I'm doing. That's coming in quite nicely. Holy smokes. I mean, I'm getting a few shots right into this, but generally that's coming in quite effectively. Just so many units bundled up together here. I mean, sure, most of them are shielded, but I'll take it. Very few misses. That's nice. Good fire. Good fire. So I was more than happy to just use up my ammunition here. And then when Eclipse was done, I'll just send in these Mountain Uruk archers to hold the line a little bit longer. Or I might even pull them back. We'll see. I was willing to engage, but I think I just kind of looked at it, and I think even maybe Eclipse said that it was just not worth it. Yeah, I wouldn't stand for too long, so I think I do end up pulling back shortly. We'll see though. Trolls of Gundabad from Buzzard moving on in. Trying to watch the backs too. Halberds, I sent them over this way too, but you can see the incredible speed of these halberds. You can run them, but still, like they're just not fast. They are not fast. Looks like Buzzard was really dedicated. He wanted some blood. Yeah, he was definitely keen to go toe-to-toe with Froggy again. But no, he's been pulled back now. Down the main line. Standing in my baby dragons alongside those Barrow-wights. Breaking through the final defenses here to rattle them down. Now, those Blacklock Engineers. They were pulled back from us. And I sent my baby dragons on a run, trying to get at them. I think that was maybe Bogdan. No, it wasn't Bogdan. It wasn't Mr. Sneakman. I think it was WK. I think that was the last of WK's forces. So he just routed off. So you can see these dwarves, the Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin, coming up here. I'm trying to keep my baby dragons away from them. But everything else has busted on through. So even though we've been successful on this this gate attack, it's not really earned us all that much. We're going to have to immediately grab those troops and fall back. Because the right flank has shattered. Eclipse over here on the left flank, he's going to be pulling back as well. Left flank not so much shattered, not shattered in the same way. No, I do go for a quick downhill charge. Or, oh, no, trying to run. Trying to get out of there. Leave it to the Barrow Wights, boys. Leave it to the Barrow Wights. 148 guys can, you know, they can take a beating later for sure. So we don't want to just fight out here by ourselves where they'll end up breaking after losing maybe 30 guys. I want them to fight at the very end where hopefully they'll fight down to, you know, 10, 20 guys before they end up finally breaking. Much more efficient use of such a... I mean, they're not bad. they're not bad in melee, really. Especially if after a good bit of experience from all those kills. Yeah, as I say, pulling in through the gate now again. We're going to be setting up the final defensive position here. Quite a wide attack route for them there. Quite a wide attack route for them here. But a good place to shoot at them if we've got much more ammunition to spend. Which my crossbows still have a little bit. Not much, but a few shots. Goblin King Bodyguard there for myself, 84 of them. A few of my Mountain Uruks archers performed very, very well for me today. That looks like it. A little bit of a mop-up out there. A few more dwarfs to kill before we make our way back on in. What are these poor dwarfs? That looks like the last of them. Looks like maybe a crossbowman or just an Ironfoot warrior. Nope, yeah, just a standard Ironfoot warrior. Oh, Legionnaire! Erebor Legionnaire! 1v12 is a fair fight for an Erebor Legionnaire. Push up against little Gobo boys, but our IEP is helping us out. That should be then through. Yep, it is. And they're going to be standing their ground for a little bit. As I say, this is just because of the way that we've defended, we've managed to stagger their attack quite nicely. They can't just sort of come flying on in, which gives us some time to organize. It would be tempting for Bogdan and Mr. Sneakman to just rush on down by themselves. But, because, yeah, we don't really have a defense arrayed ready for them. But, you know, attacking by yourself is always tricky. And then if they end up dying, we can then just turn around and get ready to crush whatever Froggy and Tundras have to finish us off. Or attempt to. Erebor Legionnaires. Yeah, mixing up with the last of the Barrow Wights. We'll go back in 2 times speed. We'll watch this little Barrow Wight showdown for a minute. See, I really love the colour of the Barrow Wight's daggers. I think that was a great idea. It just matches in really nicely with their look, and it does stand out a lot more than, say, a simple sort of grey dagger, or something like a rusty grey dagger. Instead, you've got this really sort of nice golden dagger, which I like a lot. But they'll stab down a handful more, boys, but it's keeping these guys tired, keeping them exhausted. All the while, we're going to be moving into a new defensive position. Yeah, I decided to walk my archers back. There's no way. Froggy can't catch me up. Halberd's there. Oh, Eclipse thinking about holding the line here. Not a bad idea, but I would really prefer... I think he's going to be on our left side shortly. You might just want to inflict a few more casualties to Froggy. Because the problem is, if he defends there and we're defending there, it opens up this as another attack route for the boys. Got my Drake Broodlings, only 22 of them. Only 22 baby dragons left. And off those 22, I suspect a few of them are quite badly bloodied. Yeah. Oh. Look at their little walking there. It's cute. I like, yeah, I think the walk... Oh, no, it does look good. It does look good. Thought I saw something a bit weird with the animation for a minute. Scourge Raiders moving up. Purely, yeah, definitely out of ammunition, Buzzard, but that's a lot of good quality troops to just crush them in melee. Blacklock Engineers could definitely turn the tide. Mr. Seekman moving on down alongside Bogdan's forces. And even a few of Tundra's too. Froggy's focusing fully on his side. But the other boys are mixed up over here. Getting a bad guard from Buzzard. Looks like he's sort of preparing for a stand in order to buy time for Eclipse to pull whatever trap he's hoping to drag Froggy into. Let me just take a glug of my water there. All the ice has melted, unfortunately. It's not an incredibly hot room right now, but dear me, I was hoping that would last a bit longer. Blackwatch Legion up here too. Again, nice and healthy. Buzzard's got some half decent numbers left. Overall, still 1% in it. So pretty damn close, but we don't have much in the way of ammunition. Barrowite's pulling back now. And, oh goodness me, there's not some dwarves left, right? I think there might be. No, you're routed. Good. I was thinking for a second that surely there's not something else that the boys have got pushing up through here. One axe guard, fantastic. One axe guard of Erebor from Bogdan is going to be making his way through the gate. Could send out my Drake Broodlings, but no. I love those little one-man units that you get at the end of a siege. Just trying to think about like what's best for them, especially if it's like your only unit and you're just trying to micromanage the heck of this one man. Just trying to find some good charging points. What's the best, best matchups for him? You can make the most out of him if you're careful. But no, usually he's so fragile. One nasty move and he's gone. So we'll see. An axe guard of one axe guard of Erebor. He might be able to get some charges in. Could treat him like a little unit of cavalry coming in and out of our goblins. Even Barrowites, say, coming in and out of a unit of Barrowites, sort of crack somebody down every charge. Could be a good use of him. But it's going to require a lot of micro from Bogdan. He does still have a lot of units on his other side. I think we might actually be engaging. We are. We most certainly are engaging over here. Again, not letting them rest. Buzzard's pushing up with his trolls in tow. Smashing down those halberdiers. A lot of troubling units here. Bogdan actually pulling back. Trying to rely on the choke point there, but we've got no intention to push them back to the choke point. Blacklock Engineers, though. Seeing the writing on the walls. Trying to use a bit of ammo, but the trolls are on him. They're EP and melee, though. They could probably kill some trolls, those 54 guys. Yeah, they could probably wipe out those trolls of Angmar. But they do not want to try right now. Not when they've got some good melee fighters there. Makes a bit of sense to try and fall back to this position, but this isn't... We're not trying to wipe these guys out, we're just trying to chase them away. Just trying to get back. As I say, we're trying to buy time for Eclipse over on the other side. He wants to inflict some more casualties on Froggy before we fall back to the final point. So we can just make sure we chase the enemy away so that he gets his chance to do that. That's all that matters. Tundra's there. This spike is getting in my way. I can't get too close, I'm afraid. Axe throwers there. I think they've got ammo. The way that they're behaving, they must have ammo. Where are my baby dragons? Oh, there's a red unit that just popped up there. Oh, no. Hammer guard waiting their turn as well. Armor upgrade. They can kill a good few dwarves. I like this guy's sort of... Yeah, spikes on his helmet there. It's nice. Kind of Witch King-ish. Which is cool. Axe throwers, of course, yeah, you'd want to style yourself after the Witch King. Especially if you were one of his sort of elite Uruk defenders. Or elite Uruk champions. Continuing to charge on in. We are chasing them further and further back now. They're not wanting to give us a fight. Which, I mean, yeah, those Dragon Slayers, Blacklock Engineers, if everything gathered up, they could wipe out these trolls pretty quick, which is what's happening there. Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin getting in now. We'll see. I think that this is the position that this was where my last one was, so I probably shouldn't take another image just like it. But no, we'll see. Goodness sake, those trolls died real fast. High Portion Dragon Slayers doing some good work. So I got my heavy goblin spears pushing up, but I think this is where we realize, okay, maybe that's a little bit beyond what we've got here. So we start to gather up and sort of fall back a little bit. I was a bit late to the party. It really was Buzzard's push here. So, you know, Drake Broodlings really upset. They're not going to be able to get some dwarves eaten today. So they push back and decide to eat everybody around. Even this one coming back for another quick eat. Actually, wait, is there somebody there to kill? Oh, my general even. Dragons. Oh yeah, no, there are some dragon slayers. That's what I got them fighting. He might, to be honest, if he gets a few swings, he might kill one of these guys. Bloodied him. Bloodied him? No, they're not letting him. But he could have definitely gotten a kill there. More than happy to just leave him to the Black Uruks off the mountain there. And these out of ammunition crossbows to just tear him down. You know, that's when we decided to sort of fall back. We've held them back quite nicely. We chased them away, and it's given Tundris and Froggy enough time to move up, so that Eclipse can lash out with his strike there. Those poor axe throwers burned up down to 27. Now, yeah, they're going to be able to use up that ammunition, of course, but again, dwarves are just solid in a fight no matter what. Especially these little axe. Any more getting burned? That fire still does a little bit of damage. Ah, maybe it doesn't. No, everybody got through. Everybody got through fine. I don't know if the little green fire does damage after it's been spent. Perhaps not. Maybe it's just sort of the orange flames that do. But yep, axe throwers there. They should still be able to use up their ammunition, but still, a lot of them dead. Halberds there beating them back. So that was Eclipse's sort of maneuver there. So now we're going to be falling back to the final defensive point with what we've got. We're ahead. Especially after that burning, we are definitely ahead. Which is a nice position to be in. Got my mangonel as well. If I can get one good shot into some of those elite units approaching us from that side. Perfect. I don't have too much. Well, seeing I don't have too much left. I've got the mangonel, got 20 Drake Broodlings, got a bunch of out of ammunition Mountain Uruk archers. These were the guys from over at that flank. I've got some halberds, crossbows, and spears. Oh, even my Goblin King bodyguard as well, and my general himself. He can do some good damage. Yeah, I've got some numbers for sure. I think we're all pretty fragile right now. Losing WK has definitely hurt us. But he bravely lost his forces on the front lines at the initial choke point. We've even got these halberdiers. A full unit of halberds there. Warmed up as well. If I can get them to just stay quite beefed up and go toe-to-toe with an elite dwarven unit, that could be a damn good shout. But maybe... maybe their numbers could be better spent over on the left. Dealing with Froggy and Tundris's sort of high-numbered units. Yeah, I'd want to avoid those axe throwers, of course, but... yeah, I mean... Axe guard they could hold back. The warriors, spears, and pikes, at least they could give the pikes a bit of a run for their money. Yeah, maybe the left side would have been a better shout than the right. But I think, you know, because of how well phalanxes generally do against elite units in the later stages of a fight, I wanted them over here. And I think as well that was generally just what we were deciding. I was going to be focusing on the left side along with a bit of buzzard assistance, and that allowed Eclipse to just put his full forces on the left so that he could just micro there. I've even got another unit of halberds. Ah. Okay, so I'm really wanting to just cover this section with my halberdiers. Perhaps it would have been better on the left side again. Got some more. Some standard little swordsmen in the shape of the Mountain Uruk archers. They can jump on into the fight. I think where did I lose my poor cave trolls? Where are they? No, I'm just searching here. No, I think that was the last fight. Oh, cute. Nice little route out. pretty fun little spot. Big pillar of stone. I'm trying to see. No, I guess I didn't. Because I think it was the last fight, I had my cave trolls hidden in these forests, waiting for them. But I guess I didn't do that today. I can't quite remember where I lost them. All the boys moving on back now. The elites making their way up. Yeah, this is sort of the walking point. Everybody just sort of staring each other down. Yeah, damn, Eclipse doesn't... I really should have sent over... one of those halberd units, but maybe it was more a case of buzzard. I think buzzard entirely was going to go to the left, And that just meant that I was going to focus everything I had over here, finishing off Bogdan and Mr. Sneakman. Got my Mangonel. What are you going for here, Mangonel? Oh, I think I might be just down to rotting meat. It's a risky thing. Because, of course, we suffer so much more from morale shock, because our morale is so much less. So it's maybe just not... Unless I can guarantee, like, firing deep into their lines, it's probably not a good idea. Gundabad. Guardians of Karn Doom, even. And for Axe Throwers, they're burned up by the Witchers, so they're more than happy just to pour their shots in. Eclipse has some armored up and some not. But using your axes right onto the faces of a Guardian Karn Doom, when they've got that massive shield value, good armor, even from this unupgraded unit, some damn good armor, they'll be able to resist that for quite a while. We'll go to 1 times speed for a second, so we're getting the last 10,000 frames here, last 15,000 really. Highborns, such a beefy unit. Highborns, Dragon Slayers, and Blacklock Engineers. What about over here? Yeah, axes just coming on in. We don't really have much to shoot at them, and even if we did, don't really want to. Yeah, I've just got rotting meat, so I'm just doesn't really matter too much what I go for. I'd love to go for an elite unit, just because if you do get hit by a flying cow, you still die. Yeah. I mean, I can provide that little sort of morale debuff to them. It does last a good little while after they've marched through it, so it's not so bad. But I'm more just hoping to land a rotting cow right in their faces. Or to be honest, we're orcs. I wonder what could just be rotting like goblins and dwarves that we're just throwing at them at this point. Ah, that was them. That was my last shot. Oh, 61 guys ready for the fight. Ready to take some axes for their Uruk friends. And oh yeah, he actually managed to slip round some blimmin' Ironfoot warriors. Who was this? Froggy got some Ironfoot warriors around, so I just grabbed everything all of my little Mangonel crew, chased them on away. I think he was maybe just wanting to interrupt those Scourge Raiders or something like that. Keep them busy. Crossbows still in hand for those boys as we approach this last attack. We've got 77 for 79. The Buzzard Scourge Raiders there. Yeah, got my halberds lined on up. Heavy numbers. Which, even though the quality disparity is so far off, my halberds, my phalanxes, and just how many I've got there is not going to be easy to get through. My spears ready to back up the line. Yes, I'm exhausted over most of my guys. Damn, they're only winded, and some of them are even fresh. Buzzard's got some troops in reserve there. Crossbows finding their mark. What are we going for here? Right into the halberds. Okay, sure. Yeah, right. We'll talk about that a bit. Actually, no, we'll mention it right now. Halberds, as much as I'd like that as a target, when there's the Sons of Durin lurking, and there's still some really elite units, I think I should have saved them. Save this last unit of crossbows, because I don't have much ammunition. What are we going for now? Not a few of it getting slammed into the cliff. Luckily, these guys at the back just aren't shooting. Yeah, it seems to be just sort of fire at will. No ripple fire today, boys. Ironfoot crossbows. Yeah, I don't want to be going for that. Even the amount of damage that they can do to us, I just don't... Oh god, more Buzzard Scourge Raiders. What we'll go for there. Pikes, again. I know why I'm doing this. And I don't, like... Yeah, I would probably do it again. But I just think I should hold fire for those elite units. Just because I think our numbers, we can deal with the pikes. We can deal with these phalanxes. What I'm scared about are their elites. Halberds there, yeah. One exhausted, one warmed up. Blacklock Engineers, still got a lot of ammo. But if I can sort of spread out a bit and make sure that they're not really sort of barreling through too many of us with each shot, they'll be alright. Now, they will, once we really bundle up for an attack, they'll be able to sort of get around on a flank and do some damage to us, but it's just something we're going to have to deal with. And if I need to, I can try and get my my Drake Broodlings into the action. Crossbows again opening up. Highborns, even to the face with their shields, I'm okay with that. Doing some damage to them. Would really prefer like a back or side shot. But oh, if I can hit that, surely a little bit closer. Maybe I could have just gotten into those Sons of Durin. But no. Still, we've got a lot of elite units ourselves. We've still got some shots from those Witchers. I've still got my Broodlings. We do have a lot of numbers, and the Hammer Guard, they're in the fight now. But they're still quite healthy. Scourge Raiders there. My Mangonel crew, the real heroes of the day. Is there a good shot on this, maybe? We'll see, we'll see. I like that little fortress in the back. We'll go for something like that, and then maybe... No, if I could get... Because that just looks like a brown mass. If I could get the shot off Gundabad, that could look really nice. I just don't think it's working out. What about you guys? No. We're alright, we're alright. I think I've got some that I'm pretty happy with anyway. Dragon Slayer's making contact here. Balanced fighting right now, as the spears have engaged. A lot of AP there. Halberds there, mixed up with the Highborns. Again, fight going all right for me. It's not a fight that I'm going to be winning, especially not with the Blacklock Engineers ripping through me. What are we going for with the Blacklock Engineers? Reloading. Nope, still reloading. Whoop. Ah, not going for me. Oh, actually, yes, going for me. Oh, going for my Black Orcs, even being spread out. They inflicted massive casualties. Holy smokes. Goblin King Bodyguard there. Yeah, really messy. So yeah, you can see pushing in my Drake Broodlings, just try and tie up those Blacklocks. As we really just swamp in to get around the Dragon Slayers. Eat them up. Yeah, defeat is certain for the boys now. They may have a lot of AP, and we do rely a bit on our armor as heavy goblins, but they won't have much defensive skill to rely on. Good. Jumped on in there now. And yeah, if I can just cycle charge these guys, or even just stop them from firing. Oh no, get up, poor boy. Goodness me. Brutal charge there, nom nom nom. But yeah, get my Black Orcs. What did you get shot by? I don't even know. Don't even know. They're trying to pull on back away from us, but 83 of them, if I can just get them locked up in a fight, that'd be fantastic. And then even get my Drake Broodlings around here for a quick backstabbing of the Highborns. Come on, boys. 56 before contact. Nom 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 nom. Come on, boys. Only 6 Drake Broodlings, so don't expect too much, but okay, it's something. I would have wanted more. Definitely would have wanted more from that. But yeah, grabbing them now. That is another... Oh! That's Bogdan dead. But Bogdan's only really got his Highborns and his Dragon Slayers, so they're probably not going to go anywhere after a general kill. But the real fight, I see that's kind of just the small fry stuff. The real stuff is here. Got my Mountain Orc archers in there, just provide some numbers, get some more stability to the Angmar halberds, keep them fighting. I guess we do have a lot of halberds over on this side though, so I'm better off having mine on the right. Ike's still beating us down, alongside some Highborns. My crossbows are out of ammunition by this point, of course, so I've just had to send them on in. Where are they? Up, they're over here now. So yep, 104 guys. They'll jump on forward, engage somewhere. Oh, some axes still coming in. Ah, it's their axes, damn. And it's coming to the right side of our boys too, that's a shame. That's another Dwarven General dead. That's either Froggy or Tundris. Let's see, it was I thought it happened over there, but I think it was over here. So I think that was Tundris's Highborns. So yeah, much of this army does belong to Tundris, so fingers crossed. That'll was a bit of a rout. But Sons of Durin are in there now. Had I had my crossbows, even just one volley, could have been really menacing. Now, of course, Tundris wouldn't have sent them on in there had I had a counter to them. But we'll wear them down. They can't last forever. Barrow-wights coming in as we're starting to really mop through this now. A few Highborns from Bogdan. Is that just about it? Blacklocks, oh, luckily broken and routing off the field. I'm not willing to accept it though. Definitely want him dead. Got one Drake Broodling left, pushing him on through. Oh no, got another target. Maybe I can just. No, I think get him out. He's done everything he can here. This should go in our favor. It'll just be a grind as we wipe out the last of those Highborns. We do need to do it quickly though, because we were always going to win this fight. We needed the troops here to make sure that we won it efficiently, but we're always going to win. And now that we've done so, we need to get these guys over ASAP. Because a few of my halberds, just everything else, could be very useful. A lot of Blackwatch Legion, 153 of them getting sent on in there. Mountain Orc Archers, 83, getting routed. It's a shame. Do I have... I've got my Goblin King bodyguard somewhere in amongst this fight. Or maybe not. Ooh, no, I don't see him. I don't see him. I thought I had him in here. Surely he wouldn't be in reserve right now. I don't think I saved any reserves. Might have. Goblin King bodyguard? No, I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there. I set him over here on the left. Yeah, still 78. Again, they'll come on over it. They're not really able to go toe-to-toe with a lot of these Dwarven elites, but they can try. They can fight them for a bit. Axe throwers coming on into the faces of those Blackwatch Legion. You can laugh off a lot of that damage. It's not fun, but you know you can do okay with it. Blackguard fighting away some crossbows of mine, just trying to take some hits for the boys. And over on the left there, again, more Blackguard keeping these dwarves in check. Dragon Slayers getting countered as best they can by the Hammer Guard, but not too easy. Crossbows there from Froggy. They've still got their ammunition, which is just not easy to get through. Barrel Whites, if they want to take a bit of crossbow fire, be a very tempting thing. In a field battle, sometimes it's not the worst thing to do. In a siege, definitely don't want to do it. You don't want to shoot Barrel Whites anytime, but sometimes I'm moving around so much for some reason. So, like, I've got my foot mat below me, and my foot mat keeps, like, sliding. So I need to, like, kneel down and move it sometimes. But, I don't know why I'm moving so much in this battle. I guess it has been a long one, that's why. But yeah, the grind is real at this point. Grind is certainly real, and it's generally going in the favour of the Dwarves. But my Mountain Orc Archers are back. 83 battle-hardened Uruks ready to turn the tide up against some of these elite Dwarves. 210 Barrow Whites, not easy to break through. My Goblin King bodyguard, everything now running on over. I don't usually run halberds unless I have to, but yeah, definitely got to do it here. That's a general killed. I think that's Eclipse's general that has fallen there. Yeah, getting these guys, spearmen, everything over here now to try and help finish this off. Some of these spearmen accidentally bumped into them. Those guys actually did some good work, because that stopped one of my units for a minute. Okay, yeah, I caught it there, get them moving on, but that was a 5 seconds for 2 dwarves. You know, something. They've done a service. They've certainly done a service. Still, crossbows do not too bad. Good stuff, boys. My general's bodyguard arriving now. Now, this is a risky thing. We need them in the fight, but if I lose my general, that's all of my numbers crumbled. Even the Black Orcs in the mountains are not going to enjoy a general death, but the likes of my heavy goblin spears and my halberds, they're going to be out of here if my general dies. But I can't leave him. I can't just have him sit down and wait. Not when this flank here is about to crumble. Oh god, axe is coming in. That's a shame. Need to get in the fight as quick as I can there. Yeah, good. Moving on in. Where is my general? It's a big deal in my divide and conquer campaigns. Always trying to watch where the actual general is. He's decided to just get stuck in. Good man. Gotta appreciate it, but not really where you'd want him. He actually, yeah, good man. He actually just racked up a kill right off the bat against a Dragon Slayer. So, alright, but please, be careful. This guy, yeah, oh god, he's getting very bloodied. Fair enough. He's got to do what he's got to do. Got to show off in front of these silly Angmar boys. Yeah, Black Orcs, the mountains over there on the flank. Could maybe do with pushing them forward a little bit. They're in the fight, but they're not really actually fighting. And they're really exposing themselves to some axe throwers. Oh, damn. Ouch. Didn't realize that. Halberds moving on in. Second unit halberds running around. And that's it. That's all our reserves set on forward. But, what do we have? What do we have here? Oh, I can't really get them. But we'll have a look at that in a second. That was another dwarf dead. I think that's all the dwarven generals taken out. There's some sneaky boys, eh? We got some sneaky wee boys. Waiting for their opportunity, which will soon appear. If they emerged right now, there's too much ready and waiting to shoot them down. Halberds running on over again. Got my halberds on this side, engaging. Good to provide a bit of rigidity. Those axe throwers are going to struggle up against my halberds. As long as my halberds stay, right now they're shaken. If they stay in the fight and they can just fight until the end, then this is certainly winnable. Arrowites there, just holding back the centre, not going to inflict many casualties. And up against Axguard and these Sons of Durin. Yeah, nice, really nice units just to break through the likes of the Barrowites. And being such a light unit, their mass is really low. The Barrowites can get thrown around, and you know, you can really push deep into their formations, which is what Froggy's trying to do here, just to make sure his entire unit's fighting the Barrowites so that he can break them down as quickly as possible. Problem is, when you get one of these tighter fights, or even just one of these longer, more organised fights, going toe-to-toe with the Barrowites, it's only really about 10 of your units that are really killing Barrowites at once. So you want to get into there, but that low mass does result in them sort of popping up everywhere like this. Which can be quite funny. I like it because it does have this spiritual feel. My general's still okay. Backed up by a few of his bodyguard there. You can't say he's a coward. He did rush right into there and he engaged for quite some time totally by himself. So it's totally fine that his bodyguard have jumped in. And they've actually done not too bad there. But, got some point blank fire. Maybe, is that what I've done? No, I think I might have just given them an attack order to get into amongst those crossbows, but I don't know if I really want that or not. They've got a damn good shot rate on me. Only 22 of my bodyguard left. No, I think I'm better off here because the thing is, he's needing to just provide the morale buff to my halberds. That's what the deal is right now. Not so much trying to shut those crossbows down or kill, you know, just stop them from firing for a while. We need to just keep our halberds in line. And we really, yeah, we've dunked on them on the left flank there. Centre is going quite nicely in our favour too. It really is only where in the right flank where they have got this this superiority over us. And my bodyguard are trying their very best here. That was a bolt to the back. He didn't even have the glory of getting hacked to pieces by a dragon slayer. He got bolted in the back, Froggy. Or might have been an axe throw. Either way, not the best way for him to go down after that display. But no, axe, more Ironfoot crossbows coming on in. How are we doing percentage-wise? 96 for 96, so still neck and neck. But with my general dead, my halberds waver. Even on the side that we were doing really quite well, they're shaken. I think that those poor Mountain Orc archers are gone. Yeah. Halberds are finished there, over 100 men when they started routing there. I don't blame him though. A lot of scary stuff around them. Sons of Durin, that wasn't me admitting defeat. Certainly have a few troops left and I'm going to be getting them to fight to the very end until they bolt off. More halberds here, turning around, trying to engage the axe guard that pierced on through. We keep them in check alongside the Black Orcs and the mountains. Trying to rattle through just a few more of them, get our Barrowites as much of a chance as possible. But the Witchers have emerged. Good burn there. Trying to push on through to the Witchers. I think the Witchers are actually pulling back after that burn. They did. Climbed up to this this hilltop. As the Barrowites still try to engage. 135 of them. Thing is, if we kill off some of these elite units, some of these elite AP units, the Barrowites can rack up some kills. As I say, it takes them a very long time to kill, but they can kill. Still 13 Blackguard again as well. Just cutting through the chaff. My halberds. Good stuff, boys. Yeah, they're standing not too bad, but the Sons of Durin have appeared. Oh dear. That's going to change things. A quick little downhill charge from them. The guy tried to shunt them back a little bit. Did sort of break their charge, for the most part. But maybe the slope did as much of that as well. Oh, no, I think they still got it. I think they still got a good bit of it. Halberds trying their best. And even defeat, it seems certain for the Sons of Durin. That's going to change, though. That's going to change very soon. As we just try to do what we can. More reinforcements, though, are surely going to break me. Main fight. Of course, down to these Barrowites. Seeing what they can do at the end of this. Might even have some experience bonuses as well. At this point, who knows? Witchers coming on around. 6 Witchers, even after they've used up their ammunition. They have been shot a bit, but they can fight. They can most certainly fight. They'll kill, you know, at least 6 of whatever else is on the field. Good bit of burning there into, well, it's just like the Axe Guard primarily, but a few Sons of Durin too. Only 36 of them now. 34 even. Yeah, 34 it was. But I think that's it. Yeah, it's looking like it. Slicing down a few of these routing Ironfoot spears. Axeguard might get a charge into them though. We don't want that. So Eclipse is going to be getting them inside of the... Oh! No, no, no. Damn, 2 of them received that charge. Oh god, 3. Oh, cheesy peeps. That was pretty brutal. But yeah, Eclipse did do his best to try and keep them safe. But no, there's one Witcher is in amongst all of his Barrow Wights now. So we're 98 for 99. We are ahead. Do I have anything left? Black Uruks fight to the death. Oh, come on, boys. Get another slash or 2 before you run it off. And that's me. That's definitely me out of this. So it is just down to Eclipse at this point. He's got his 1 Witcher and his Barrow Wights up against a few Dragon Slayers. Very exhausted, bloodied up Dragon Slayers. Oh, still 11 Blackguard too. Ah, but the Sons of Durin coming in for a backstab. Down to 29 Sons of Durin now, so they're dropping. 9 Blackguard though. If those Blackguard could happily just engage the Ironfoot crossbows for a while, they could do some amazing work. But I don't think they're going to be given that chance. 85 Barrow Wights though. Where's that 1 Witcher? Where is he? Should be quite nice and easy to see. Yep, there he is. Oh man, if we saw a few of the Witches, if they didn't receive that charge, like, because yeah, this guy's, every time he's engaging something, he's killing it. Just coming in for a backstab against that pike. Oh, good. Slash down an axe guard. Received a nasty pike stab. Saved by a few Barrow Wights, hopefully. But yeah, if he can just go and one by one, just slice down these dwarves, just safely take out the chaff, avoid the elites who will be able to sort of kill him off in 1 or 2 hits. The axe throwers, they're still rattling their axes into this mixture. Barrow Wights now. How are the Blackguard? 4 Blackguard. If they can kill 4 more Sons of Durin, I think that's probably asking a little bit too much of them. But yeah, let's see. Just microwing this this Witcher. Oh, axe. Yeah, let's say that light mass is going to cause the Barrow Wights to just yeet around like crazy. Good backstab again. Kill. Every single time this guy's like swinging his sword. I mean, at least every 2 times he's going to rack up a kill against these lower tier dwarves, or mid tier dwarves really, as the Ironfoot units are. Looks like the axe throwers from Froggy really are targeting him. So as long as he's got to keep this layer of Barrow Wights in between him. Yeah, again, another kill. 99 for 99 though. 28 Sons of Durin. The crossbows and the Barrow Wights cause fear. So a lot of these guys might end up routing. I think that was me admitting defeat. But no, crossbows there too. Still Witcher. Cracking through, come on, get another one. Wait. No, he didn't. This guy died next to him. Might have even taken an axe. And he's no longer got that shield of Barrow Wights in front of him. No! It was a crossbowman that finally brought him down. Hacked his head clean off with that axe. That's a shame. And yeah, now it is just down to what the Barrow Wights can do. But it's these Sons of Durin. I just don't... Like, they can take those throwing axes all day. I think those throwing axes are actually done at this point. But it's just, what can the Sons of Durin do? Actually, defeat seems certain for the Sons of Durin. I suppose a lot of those hit points have been expended. 41, but it's almost some far off even numbers for the Barrow Wights. There's some bad moments for the Sons. Every time sort of the Sons of Durin are losing someone in this confrontation, they're thinking like, oh god, we've lost, we can't do this. So, you know, if we got one good moment of a morale shock, perhaps that could be it. But no, Wights are just not going to be holding out. Axe throwers lighting up again with their throwing axes. And yeah, down to still 26. Yeah, I thought it went to 25 for a second, Sons of Durin. But no, that'll be that. So that was when I really was regretting not targeting the Sons of Durin. Now, they were out of my range. I would have targeted them if I could, but I should have sort of saved some ammunition. The pikes, you know, we got through those pikes and those halberds quite efficiently, you know? I was quite surprised at how easily we did sort of cut through them. Well, I say easily, how we were able to cut through them. So, whereas the likes of the Dwarven elites, that was really the scary stuff. And the Dwarven ammunition, well, the Dwarven sort of ranged units, but no real use shooting at them. I would have loved to have seen how this could have gone had I saved that unit of crossbow. Because they had about half their ammunition left. They had more than I thought. So with about half their ammunition, they could have rattled into, oh my god, if I could have gotten a few shots into the Sons of Durin, amazing. That could have been brutality. But even the Highborns of Erebor, things like that, any sort of elites, yeah, some very worthy celebrations now. We're at 100 for 100 though, so it's quite something. So I couldn't remember quite who I was, but we'll go through the Angmar kills there. Anything really nice that stands out? Trolls of Angmar, unfortunately, yeah, like the dwarves are quite good at countering our trolls. You can see, yeah, the Barrow-wights racking up over 200 kills and almost 200 kills there. Really can do all right when they're given a good chance to. Orc fellers, even, yeah, I mean, good AP. Gundabad guard, wow, 145 from one Gundabad guard. That's actually pretty tops here. And the Witchers, of course, 219. Kind of interesting to see, yeah, the Barrow-wights almost getting as many kills as one of the Witchers. And then Captain Bolg there, who would have been Buzzard. Shame about that second unit of Blackguard, but as I say, I think we were maybe a little bit too bold with our elite units early on, and we did get shot to pieces over on our side. Really hurt us. But Scourge Readers, nice. And the Ballista was there to counter the enemy catapult. That was their primary goal, and they did that nicely. Everything else that they do after that is a bonus. So no, good. Trolls of Angmar actually doing quite well. So they were, I can't quite remember what pushed on through at the end, but in order to deal with those elite units, could have been the Trolls of Gundabad and the Angmar Halberds at the end too. Very useful to keep the line in check. But yeah, very fun one. Loved the map. It was a nice scenario. We did it, let's say, well, I played in it twice. I think it was played a few times. Just to sort of get it all right. These scenarios, it takes a good few plays before you're like, that was very balanced. And I really think that was super balanced. There's not much, I mean, it ended up with 100 and 100 there. So that was pretty great. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you later.